morning guys, welcome to the vlog. Today I have a bunch of stuff to update you guys on. It's been a minute since I picked up the camera to just vlog around the house, so we are gonna be home. Today's actually my anniversary too. Today's Joe's and I's 8-year wedding anniversary. So I got dressed today so when he gets home, maybe we can have like a little date night. I'm gonna try to show you guys some of our old wedding pictures because I don't know if I've shown you them before, and I recently organized them on my computer. So we'll do that. The kids are playing. Sean is screeching in the background. We have also all been recovering from sickness, you guys. This is the first time that I've ever dealt with like having an infant sick because Sean was sick as well, so we'll talk about that. Also have a little bit of an update for Sean's like 3-month update because like I took him to the doctor the other day. So lots of catch up, lots of stuff we've got going on in the house. I'm gonna get breakfast going and then we're gonna take our vitamins and stuff. And today's video is sponsored by Seed, you guys. So I wanna share a little bit about them. I've seen Seed a million times because Bobby from Flav City promotes them and I've been wanting to try them. So I recently started taking them and I can tell you that my body has been feeling really, really great since I started taking them. So if you've never heard of this brand before, this is Seed, and what I've been taking is Seed's DS1 Daily Symbiotic. It looks like this. You take 2 of the little capsules, and basically what it is it's a probiotic and a prebiotic all in one, so it's a symbiotic. So these were formulated to have benefits like digestive health, gut barrier integrity, cardiovascular health, dermatological health. So I have personally found that since I've been taking them, number one, I'm a lot more regular. So that has helped me in terms of like ease of bloating. That's like been the number one thing that I've noticed. I also feel like my skin is a little bit glowier. So there's plenty of benefits to taking a symbiotic. When you order it too, not only do you get like the glass jar, you get like a little travel glass vial. If you're ever gonna be traveling, if you're on a trip, you get this cute little jar so you can put your like week supply of the symbiotic in here. And then once you've purchased it, the next time that you go to do like your refills, they send you just like a little packet with the refills. So you're not getting a million glass jars, you're just getting the refills from that point forward. Now that I'm 3 months postpartum and since like having Sean and stuff, I've been trying to just take care of my body a little more. Like now that I'm in my 30s too, like I'm 33 years old, like I always tell you guys and remind you of my age, like I'm not in my 20s anymore. And now I really need to start taking care of my body. So I think that one of the ways that I can definitely do that is by making sure that my body's getting the nutrients that it needs, obviously, but then adding the DS1 to my diet. I feel like that is just gonna help me cover some of my bases. I know that sometimes it can be hard because like you hear people talk about probiotics and prebiotics and you're like, what's the point of it? What does it even do? And maybe it's sometimes a little bit awkward because probiotics in general and prebiotics, they're a lot of times associated with going to the bathroom and things like that, but that's all important to your health, you guys. So yes, DS1 does promote like easy poops, easier poops on the toilet. We are all fans of that. It also promotes healthy regularity. Going to the bathroom more regularly, it just, my body feels like it's working properly, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of times people don't understand how important your gut health is and what your gut is tied to. Your gut is associated with so many other things in your body. So when your gut is working properly, then a lot of times your body just overall is functioning in a better, you know, healthier way. So if you do want to try out Seed's DS1, I'm gonna leave my code here on the screen. It's Kayla Buell. It's gonna get you 20% off your first month's order of Seed's DS1. The only thing that I will tell you, like it literally even tells you on the label, and you guys know that I keep it real, so I'm keeping it real here for you guys. It literally will tell you, just like with any new diet, product, or change, you might experience a temporary acclimation period. You might experience some gastrointestinal discomfort, mild nausea. This is normal. In fact, if you have an immediate physiological reaction, that's a sign that the probiotics are viable and they're like doing what they're supposed to be doing. Any discomfort should subside within the first 1 to 2 weeks. So if you do try this out, my recommendation, do not try it out right before you are gonna like go on a road trip or you're about to get on an airplane and travel somewhere, because it could take your body a couple of weeks just to acclimate to it. But I have really enjoyed it, you guys. And again, it's just like putting me in the mood of like taking care of myself, taking care of my overall health. And I think that that is important. I need to be feeling my best at this point to take care of 3 other tiny humans. And I feel like that's the point in my life I am in right now, like focusing on my health, focusing on my diet. I still haven't gotten to like working out consistently. We'll get there, but I think it starts with like what I'm putting into my body. So these have definitely been helping. Here is a little screecher. It's like he can't be chilling on his mat for more than 2 minutes. He gets mad. So yeah, Sean is 3 months old now. He's 3 months and a few days. And there have been a lot of new things that he's been doing, which has been so cute. He has discovered his hands, which I think I had told you, but he's also discovered that he can like grab toys now and stuff. So I play with him with this little mushroom a ton, and he'll like grab it, and then he's also learning that he can put stuff in his mouth. So like if he grabs it, then he tries to like put it in his mouth. So that's kind of what he has been up to. It's just crazy to see like all of the different, like, you know, the milestones and stuff that I had forgotten about, and how his like little brain is going. Like his little brain is starting to learn new things. I had to pick up my hair because I'm about to put him in the carrier, and then he starts grabbing all of my hair, which it's starting to fall off, by the way, so that's fun. We're entering the postpartum time where like I just run my hair, like my hand through my hair, and like a bunch of hair comes out with my hand. Like, it's not fun. But anyway, so we took Sean to the doctor the other day for a 3-month appointment because the doctor had wanted to like monitor his weight, because when he was first born, he was kind of like in like the 60th percentile range. Then when we went in for the 2-month appointment, he had dropped down in percentile. Like, he's still gaining weight, but he's dropping in percentiles. So when we took him in now at 3 months, the same thing was happening. Like, his percentiles have dropped. And I forgot if she said he was more like in the 30th percentile, what percentile, but he's weighing 13 pounds and he looks good, he looks healthy, he looks fine, but his percentiles have dropped. So to try to kind of correct that, or to kind of see what we can do about it, the doctor recommended that I take some of the breast milk that I have pumped, because I have a bunch of like frozen breast milk that I have used my Haka to get. So to use some of that and to try to give it to him in a bottle. That way we can see, like, is he really hungry? Is he staying hungry? Would he take some more ounces? So that's kind of like the experiment we've been doing for like the last week, trying to get him to take the bottle, which has been a bust. So far this guy has not enjoyed taking a bottle. I know it's very common. I asked you guys on Instagram to tell me if, like, how long it took your kids to enjoy the bottle or to actually take the bottle. And so many of you guys said that your kiddos never took a bottle. I'm gonna try just giving it some time, because I think he's gotten better the more we've done it. If not, then I can go and try like a different bottle. But point is, we're gonna try to give him 2 ounces of breast milk 2 times a day. So like a collective 4 extra ounces in the bottle if he will take it, which again, up until now he has not. He did tell me like it's not like a life or death scenario, and it's not like he's failure to thrive. If he doesn't want the bottle, we're not gonna force it on him, because she doesn't think it's like desperate, like, you know, that he desperately needs it. It's just something that we were going to try and kind of see how he does. She said that sometimes it's very possible, like she's seen a lot of kids that are born and it's like, oh, they're in the 60th percentile, and like the kids kind of trick them. The kids initially at birth seem to be like they're gonna be bigger kids, and then as time goes by, it's like, no, like they fall more into like their regular, normal, you know, percentile range, which is not as big as when they were first born. So it could be that he could have been tricking us, that he was a chunkier baby than he is. He's been very strong lately. His tummy time has been really good. Like, he's been holding his head up. So I'm not like super concerned. It would just be nice for him to take a bottle so I could like have Joe feed him and like leave him with someone, you know, for an hour or two. But up until now, he just wants the breast, which, again, he's a smart kid. He would much rather prefer my breast. I think he also wants to turn. Like, when I put him on his back, I see him, like, laying on his side. Like, he turns onto his side. Like, I'll lay him here on his back, and a lot of times I'll find him just, like, totally on his side. So he's starting to, like, figure out that he can move and discovering lots of things, which is really cute. He's content there. I'm actually gonna put some milk in a bottle. So I was washing the bottle that I used, and the bottle that I use, what's the brand? Nano Baby, I think. Nano Bebe, whatever. I'll try to link them. They're very easy to clean. This is milk that I had put in my Haka yesterday, and I'm just gonna put it in here and assemble it and have it ready to go in the fridge. I don't even think I have 2 ounces, but he's not even taking that. So I'll just fill it up with like 1.5 ounces. You put these together like this. It's really easy. You just do that. Put the nipple through, close it. So it's not like there's like a million parts to this, which is nice. so Sean is up from his nap. He's on the floor on his mat for a minute. I fed him, and then I was able to get a little bit of extra milk, so I have to go put this in the fridge. The kids have all been playing nicely. Riley, can you not roll over on your brother, please? Let's give him a little space. The kids have been making a mess with their Legos. Jackson, what are you doing, Jackson? You're pretending that you're a bad boy? Okay, I have no idea what he's doing. He's like...
A trap.
It's a trap?
Yeah.
You're making a trap for the cars.
Yeah, because those are nice people.
And you're being a mad boy.
Yeah.
Got it. So they've been doing that. They've been really good all morning. I've also been watching this show on Netflix called Emily's Wonder Lab. She does like a bunch of science experiments. So that's what's on TV right now. Just something to keep them entertained because I'm gonna start schoolwork with Riley in a little bit, but I've been trying to finish my breakfast. So I have my non-dairy yogurt. I was doing a little bit of computer work while Sean was in the carrier. So that was also part of what I was doing. I did bring to the couch, I brought my Bible and my devotional. I started a new one because I finished the other one I was doing. This one's called Wait, and it's a walk through the Psalms, Psalms 31 through 60. So they have like the Psalms broken up into a bunch of different devotionals. So I am on Psalm 32 today. I brought this over to the couch because yesterday I didn't touch my Bible. And so I was praying about it yesterday and I was like, Lord, please help me to just like find more like pockets in the day where I can spend time in the Word. That's why this morning I was listening to my daily devotional. Do they call it a daily reflection on the Hallow app? Because I know I talk about devotionals and the Bible and stuff, but please do not think that it's something that I am perfect at. It's something that I do every day. There are some days that are super chaotic and crazy where I just don't get to it. And then there's other days that like honestly, like I prioritize other things over reading the Bible, which I know I shouldn't. Like that should not be the case. So it's something that I've been praying about and just trying to make more time for. But that is like the beautiful thing about our faith is that like every day is a new start. Every day, like his mercies are new every day. And so if you had a bad day and you didn't even think about God one day, like you can wake up the next day, be intentional, and he's very much okay with that. He is very much about like you fall, you get back up, you fall again, you get back up, because that's literally like the whole gospel. Like we are not perfect. He gives us a lot of grace. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and this is my view. I've got my baby over here. I've got my Bible and stuff. So let's do that and then we'll do schoolwork. Okay, what do you guys got going on over here?
I am making a mad boy hideout.
A what?
A mad boy hideout.
A mad boy hideout?
Yes.
It's a bad boy hideout. They say mad boy instead of bad boy. What did you make here? You made like stairs? Is this like a house?
No, this is, yeah, it is, but this is a bunk bed.
A bunk bed? Some
and then
stairs?
This is Ariel's little place.
Oh, how cute. It's got like a little shell.
Yeah.
Very nice. Somebody asked me if Sean had discovered his voice. And you guys, he has very much discovered his voice. There are hardly any moments of the day that are silent anymore because he is just screeching, and if I just again set him down for like 2 seconds, he's like, why is no one paying attention to me? Please come and get me. Hi! By the way, you guys, I do not think that his eyes are blue anymore, sadly. I was really holding on to hope that they were gonna be blue, and I see them changing. So they're changing, they're getting darker. They're still lighter than the other two kids. I think he may end up with like hazily, like maybe like a dark green hazel kind of eye color. But they are not like blue like they used to be. I'll have to get like another clip of him like out in the sun. Obviously that's not, you know, like the most important thing. Most important thing is that he is healthy and he is happy and he's doing good. But I thought there was a chance there for a minute that his eyes were gonna be like blue. Can we see the color of your eyes, Sean? It's so hard to tell on camera and if you're not like in direct sunlight, but he's still cutie pie. Anyway, really quick before he starts screaming again, let's talk about how we've all been sick. I'm sure you can kind of tell like my voice, it's like all congested. I'm kind of at the tail end of it. So this past week, we've been sick. Joe is the first one that got sick, then Jackson got it. Jackson was like coughing in the middle of the night, would wake up, he was congested, coughing. I think Riley did the best. She really wasn't terribly sick. She had like maybe some sniffles and stuff one day. Then Sean and I got it, and I think that we got probably like the worst of it. I have not been able to breathe much. I have constant runny nose, stuffiness, congestion. I had a sore throat one night. No fevers, thankfully, but you know, it's just annoying when you can't breathe. I've gone through a whole box of like the Kleenex with lotion, and yet my whole nose is like freaking raw at this point. Like I can't even touch my nose without it hurting me. It's because I've been blowing my nose so much, and just like more and more mucus comes out of my nose. So uncomfortable, but like, you know, nothing that we can't handle. But when this guy got sick, I know it's inevitable, right? Like the kids go out, we go to church, like we're around people, kids have co-op. We were around a bunch of kids for Halloween. So I know that it was just like a matter of time till he got sick, but I have never had a tiny human this young sick. So I was kind of panicking because obviously you get worried about RSV and things like that. So I've been keeping a close eye on him, and like he seems his normal self. He's eating, he's happy, but he has had a couple nights where it's been hard for him to kind of like breathe. I can tell that there's like a lot of snot in his nose. I've been using that hospital grade booger sucker that I have, but I'm so glad that I have it. I've been using that with some saline to try to just continue to suction him, making sure that those boogers and stuff don't stay in there. And that's really all that I can do. The doctor said if he gets a cold, just suction him, saline, and unless he gets a fever, and then call us if he gets a fever. But it's still scary when it's like the middle of the night and like you can hear that your little baby is like not wheezing, I don't want to say wheezing, but like that he's got stuff in his nose, because obviously you want him to be able to breathe. So there have been a couple nights in the past week where his sleep has been worse than usual. Like the other night, I got 1 hour of sleep. Legit 1 hour, because I was up with him. He wasn't settling. I had to go rock him in the nursery and just like hang out with him for several hours. So it's been rough over here. But at this point, I'm just thankful that everybody seems to be like just recovering. Everybody seems to be getting over it. We're still not 100%. But better than we were. And I'm just grateful that up until this point, it hasn't turned into anything much crazier. Nobody wants to see their kids or their baby especially like end up having to be hospitalized, or God forbid, you know, something terrible like that happens. And that's why like when I had the other two kids, I really didn't go out much at all when they were this young, because I was like paranoid that they would get sick. But this time around, like I have to let my other kids live their lives. So it's been a balance of like, you know, we've got to do stuff. Let's try to be as safe and as careful as we can. But if we get sick, we're gonna try our best to just, you know, stay as healthy as possible and do the things we need to do to recover. Before his first little cold, I think he's doing good. We are gonna get to work on Riley's school. That way we can be done with it for the day. Yesterday, Jackson and Riley did school. Today, it is just Riley. Try to sit down with Jackson maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Maybe more like probably like 2 of like actual workbook work. But Riley, we try to do maybe 4 or 5 days a week, kind of just depends. Yesterday we did like a bunch of lessons back to back, so technically we don't have to, but we're gonna still work on it. Not to talk too much homeschool stuff, but Riley's in kindergarten this year, and she has already finished her whole kindergarten math curriculum. So I have to order her the first grade one just so we can start working. Like I don't want to like take a break, I just want to continue. So I'm gonna order the first grade Good and the Beautiful math, and then in the meantime, we are just using the Horizons kindergarten math to supplement. It's basically like a review of all the stuff that she learned in the Good and the Beautiful. But I do like the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for math for her better at this point. Riley, do you want to tell the guys like how you've been liking school?
Most of the days I have been liking doing schoolwork, and a little bit of the days, including this day, I'm really mad that I'm doing schoolwork. Including
this day? You
Yes.
don't really want to do schoolwork?
Yes.
What do you like more? You like reading or you like math?
I like math more because I like to do the 1 plus 1 equals 3.
That's
The 1 plus 1 equals 2. The 3 plus 3 equals 6. I like to do the problems.
You like to do the equations?
Yes.
And adding?
Yes.
Very good.
Do you like my pajamas, by the way?
Yes. So let's start with math, and then after that she's gonna read one of these little, my first
2.
nature reader books. These are from the Good and the Beautiful. We're working on handwriting and writing neatly. Now what is this equation?
It's 1 plus 6 equals 7.
Okay, let's write 7.
3 plus 3 equals 6.
Very good. Now we're gonna do these up and down. Remember that you can add up and down. So what is this one?
2 plus 1 equals 3. 2 plus 7
Equals?
that equals 9.
That does equal 9. Jackson, what are you doing?
I'm trying to do something.
What are you making? Are you making a car with the Legos? Let me see it. Nice. Look at that. You made a nice, cool car. So how many wheels are there in total? Count all of the wheels on the table.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 wheels. Good job. Okay, we're reading this book that's called Ox.
An ox got hot. It can get wet. Mud, mud, mud. An ox can fit. It got mud on a mat. Mat?
Yeah.
I am at a hut. I can hug it. Can I fix it? Yes, I can. Get on top. A cat did not get wet. It can sit on a red mat.
Good job, Mama.
And
Good job. Okay, I brought everyone upstairs because I'm going to put Sean down for his first nap. Well, not first nap, but whatever. Like the first time that I'm actually going to rock him in the nursery. Try to get him to go to sleep, not on top of me. So the kids are going to watch some TV in my room. I'm going to change him, swaddle him, and get him down. While he was sick, I wasn't like putting him in the crib because I was kind of like afraid to be away from him. Now that he's like doing better, I've been, like I started yesterday, putting him down in the crib. So I'll rock him. Like I've got a lot of questions. Like there's like all these sleep questions. I literally will sit in the rocking chair, rock him until he is dead asleep. Because if I just lay him in there, he just starts screaming. So like my kid is not the drowsy but awake. Like he can't do that yet. So, oh, are you tired? He's sleeping good. This should be a good time. But I rock him. I wait till he's asleep. Then I've been able to transfer him to the crib a handful of times. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. But yesterday when I was doing that, I got a 26-minute nap in the crib. So that was pretty good. Then a 22-minute nap and then a 17-minute nap. But that is as long as the naps lasted in the crib before he started screaming. So let's see how long he'll last in there today. If I can get him at all in the crib, it will be a win. So let's see. That was extremely frustrating. I came downstairs so I had to grab the monitor. I was able to get him down, but look, it is 11:20. And just to give you an idea, I went to start putting him down for his nap at 10:52. So now at 11:20, like over, 20 minutes later is when I'm escaping his room. So I'm in there, like in the dark, locked away from my other kids for at least 20 minutes. Now we'll see if he even sleeps that. Like I might have been in there for 20 minutes putting him down and then he might only sleep for like 10 minutes alone by himself in the crib. So sometimes it's really not even worth it. But he fought me and I don't know why he fought me. I got in there at 10:52 again and then it wasn't until 11:06. So what is that? My math is bad. But like almost 15 minutes later maybe is when he actually fell asleep. And then I held him just for a little longer. I transferred him into the crib the first time, you guys. And I woke him up because the Velcro on the swaddle got stuck to my dress. So as I'm putting him there into the crib, you hear all the Velcro. So then he woke up. So then I had to rock him again, then put him back down. And now he's been in there for 1 minute. So we'll see how much longer. But Those put downs are just really, really frustrating. I continue to look at these baby schedules online and it's like, oh, should nap from 9:30 to 11:30, like 2 hours. And I'm like, on what freaking planet? Like my kid does not nap for 2 hours. Definitely not alone on his own. So I can't even get him to do sometimes like an hour nap in the carrier. Lately, he's been waking himself up and then he doesn't want to go back to sleep. But the fact that I have kids at home too, like I can't just lock myself in his room for 2 hours so that he'll sleep on top of me and, you know, so that I can rock him for 2 hours. Like that's not possible in this stage of life. So I'm just doing the best that I can. I'm just gonna stop rambling, go hang out with the kids upstairs, maybe tidy up some stuff while he's down, and then we'll see how long this nap is. All right, let's tidy up some stuff here in my bathroom. The kids are watching Netflix. They're watching a show called Lucas the Spider. Look, this is the that booger sucker thing that I was gonna tell you guys, that I told you guys about earlier. This is the hospital grade one. So you press the button, and then it has like all the suction, super easy to clean. This is where all the boogers go, and then it's just like easy. I find it easier to clean than the regular nose Frida. I do need to make sure it's charged though. That's like the one downside to it, because if it's not charged, then you go to use it like I have before and there's no suction. When he wakes up from his nap, I may use that, but this is the regular nose Frida. So this is the one that I always had with the kid, except that this one is like way grosser. You're like sucking it with your mouth, and then this one is harder to clean because like the boogers like go to the very like end of it, and then it's just like harder to get in there and clean it. At least I made the bed. I got all these random things on the bed. I have Vicks that we've been putting on our chest, children's Vapo Cream, and then I started giving Sean, this is so random, I started giving Sean vitamin D drops. When I went to his 3-month appointment, they told me that I should be supplementing him with some vitamin D drops. So this stuff, I put like a drop on my boob when I'm nursing him, and then that way he gets his vitamin D. So I'm gonna actually keep that there on the bed. I have a bunch of stuff here in this little caddy, which I think I can retire this caddy. I think that I can just find a spot for all this stuff because it doesn't really need to be here anymore. I've got like random snacks that I think I can take downstairs, because hardly ever do I eat when I'm up here. Like after I go to sleep, I am down for the count. One tiny little newborn diaper that doesn't fit him anymore. This book that I still haven't finished reading. My girlfriend gave it to me to read and I have not finished, but we will maybe get there eventually. Got like burp pads, I have hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer I can probably keep here. But I think that whatever I need, I'm gonna put on my bedside table, and then the rest of the stuff I'm just gonna like relocate so I don't have like this basket here on my bedside table. I'm super happy. I just was able to do a quick little project that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, which is organizing my little bookshelf that I have here next to my bed. I had this same bookshelf over in Virginia. It's like where I have all of my books, my devotionals, where I have like all of my mom devotionals, pretty much like anything that I have read lately. Things like this. I have devotionals for Advent. I have just like motherhood books. All those books I keep here because we don't have any other bookshelf in the house. So eventually, would I like to get a better bookshelf? Yes. But this will do for now. I have to find some space to put like some other books. This is actually Joe's book. This does not need to go here. Look, Paired, a manual for surviving worst case scenarios. I'm gonna put this in his books. But I have just a bunch of like catechism books, theology of the home, which I really like, some random books down there, and then all of these are devotionals from Daily Grace Co. So like all the ones that you see me reading, I have them here. Some I have read, some I have not, so I don't have to really order any for a really long time until I go through those. But that makes me happy because now it's one less box, like random box. Let's see, is John awake yet? Not awake yet. That is wonderful. One less box here in our house, because even though it's been a while now since we moved, we still have random moving boxes in places that we haven't gotten around to like taking care of whatever's in there. So now we can give this box to Dada and he can throw it away.
No.
What do you mean no?
We can play with it.
Or we can throw it away. All right, that was 34 minutes, which is actually not very bad. Is he happy to see you? 34 minutes. turn off the sound machine?
That's actually not bad.
No. Hi, Gojo. Are you happy? Whoa. You have to turn on those lights. You just blinded him. Good morning. Let's see. Are you happy? Are you sad? Let's stay happy, okay? You need to stretch? Come on, do the stretch. Do the stretch. Ooh, sometimes he does it in the morning, but he doesn't do it all the time anymore, and it makes me sad. You're still tired because your face is still red.
It's okay.
It's okay? All right, we're heading downstairs. We're gonna go have lunch, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, it is 4:30, and I am just now getting around to having coffee. This should tell you the kind of day I've had. I feel like I did nothing. I mean, I know that I did a lot of things, but in terms of productivity, in terms of getting stuff done, the most I did was organize my bookshelf, which I guess I'll take that. I've been just trying to like hang out with the kids a bit. We ate lunch outside, and then I've just been trying to get Sean to nap. Like this past nap, like right now, they're all over there in the living room. Sean's on his mat. I held Sean for like 25 minutes, and then once I had been holding him and he was like asleep, I was like, why don't I just put him in the crib, see if he'll do like 30 minutes in the crib? No, he only lasted for 8 minutes. So I was literally able to go to my bathroom and like freshen up my makeup, put on a little bit of lip gloss, and that was the extent of what I was able to do during that nap. I have been watching a ton of Suits though. That show, like I've been binge watching Suits anytime that I'm in the nursery with Sean. I've been watching it and it is so good. I know that that's like a super old show, and I know a lot of you guys have probably already watched it, but at least that has been keeping me entertained when I'm there like in the dark. Oh my gosh, this coffee, like I needed it today so bad. And then Joe is on his way home from work. I told him we're gonna order food because there's no way that I am going to be cooking on my anniversary. Nothing fancy, but we'll order from DoorDash, and at least it's one less thing that I have to worry about this evening, and then we can just try to, you know, kind of relax as much as possible. Before I end the vlog, I wanted to show you guys those pictures. Like I told you, I was organizing them all. I was sharing some of them on Instagram, and it was just really sweet to see some of them. So remember, this was 8 years ago when we got married outside of the church. The first time that we got married, well, Joe and I actually got married civilly first. Like we went to the courthouse and we got married. Then we had like our wedding ceremony, and then it wasn't until this past year that we got married in the Catholic Church. So we've kind of done all the things, but these pictures were really like beautiful. So we had a Great Gatsby themed wedding. I don't know if I ever told you that, but like our wedding invitations even were like super Great Gatsby themed. I wore this headpiece on one part of the night. That was so pretty. Those were my shoes, even though they were super uncomfortable. I ended up being barefoot during like the reception because I could not, like my feet were being murdered. This was my dress, and I had like that hanger that said Mrs. Buell. I loved my dress. The dress we bought, and then that little belt, we ended up like stitching it onto the dress. Like the belt didn't come with the dress, but I thought it just made it look super nice. We have like all these pictures of Joe getting ready and me getting ready. This was me with my sister and Mimi. Here we were toasting. This was like outside on the balcony because we were staying at a hotel, and the reception, the ceremony was like at a hotel. So that was outside that day when my hair was still curly because eventually it all went flat. That was me there with Papa. Do we have the photo of like him seeing me? I think, yeah. I think that was Papa with my brother, and then that was when he walked in. It's like one of my favorite pictures of Papa when he saw me. And then Joe and I, we did first look pictures, so like him seeing me in my dress before walking down the aisle. So he was literally like standing on this little dock thing, and the whole time that I was walking on the dock, I was like, I am going to fall into the water with my dress. So I came up behind him, and then eventually like he turned around and he saw me, and it was just like the best. Those pictures were great.
Really? That was the first time you ever mentioned?
No, that was not. Riley's over here asking me all these questions. But the story of like our location where we got married was, this was the same marina where the boat show was, and that was like our first date. Joe and I's first date was at the boat show. So it was like really special to be able to take pictures there at the same marina. That's one of my all-time favorite pictures. All of those, like, we're just not sappy romantic people, but those are some of my favorite pictures ever. This one's also probably one of my all-time favorite pictures. pictures of the both of us. I need to like frame some of these and put them in my house. I just do not have any pictures up in my house. We have some with the veil. We have some of just like me with my dress. I think this is the one that I shared on Instagram today. And then this one also is one of my favorites, just like the black and white photos. And just to think, like, again, this was like the beginning of our story. Like, here we are 8 years later. We have 3 kids. It's just like really special to know like all that has happened since then. That was Josie and Ella.
So Josie's the bigger.
Josie's the bigger one. Ella's the younger one. Those are our nieces. And then
those are my cousins.
yes. And then here we had Joe with Meemaw.
Oh, that's in my book.
You have Meemaw. You have that in your book of Meemaw pictures.
Yeah, I have that.
Rest in peace, Meemaw. But this is the stuff that I probably haven't really shown too much of. We did, like I said, Great Gatsby themed wedding, and I just thought that all of the details were super nice. My mom legit like made that cage. She was like super crafty and bought this cage, and then she decorated it. It was like beautiful for like the cards.
She's not crafty.
Yes, Mimi is very crafty. Mimi legit put that together, Riley Grace Buell. This was like the entrance where like the little bottles all had table numbers. So you would go find your bottle with your name, and then it told you like where to sit. I don't know if you can see, they're like little Verdi bottles. Like all the details were just so good. During the ceremony, all of my pictures look like this. I'm crying in all of my pictures because I had no chill. So forget about like the soft smile, forget about any of that. I'm literally crying in all of these pictures. Oh, I guess I'm smiling in this one. This was when we were exchanging rings. And then that was like our first official kiss picture. So here, this is what all the tables look like. I'm hoping this is coming out okay on camera. But everything was like gold and black, super pretty. Do you like that, Riley? I thought it was super beautiful. Like all the setup, the florals, all the table numbers. Like my mom did such a great job. We had a wedding planner. Like look at that room. We had a wedding planner, but my mom really, you know, just planned a lot of this herself too. And she has such good taste. I was kind of like, just make it look nice. Figure it out. This was our cake. It had all the gold details, like the cake and like the tablecloth. But it was such a good day. It was so fun. All of these are like our first dance pictures. No, this is not the first time I met Joe. This was at our wedding. So obviously I had met him already. This is the back of my dress. So you can see like all the details. I had all the buttons going down. And then we lifted it up. I guess there was like a way to like lift it up so that it wasn't dragging the whole party. We had the dance with my dad. All of those are like first dance pictures with my dad. He was crying the whole time, so then I was crying. Meemaw and Joe.
You're crying.
Look at that. Look at Meemaw happy dancing with her son. This was us with our cake. We had red velvet cake.
Ooh, my dad's favorite.
Yep. And then that's like the black and white version. I love that picture. Then you have like all these party pictures because we were just like having the best time. It was such a good party. I was clearly very happy. Joseph Buell right there, dancing, having a great time. This is Joe and I literally just breaking it down here, dancing. He had had a lot of drinks that day. But yeah, it was just like a fun time. So, I mean, I'm definitely glad that we had such a nice wedding. And it's just such a shame to see like so many people have weddings these days and then like several years go by and then they get divorced and it doesn't work out. Then they spend all this money on a wedding, and I just feel very blessed that, again, we are here together 8 years later and we still like each other, we love each other, but we still like each other. And I mean, I would argue that we're happier today than we ever were back then. So yeah, good times. I need to put them in an album. Like 8 years later, I still have not made a wedding album, like a hard copy of it. So I need to do that. Sir, what has been your problem all day long today? What? Like, you have no chill. You do not go to sleep. Like, what's going on with you? What's going on? He's just been a little terror. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my coffee, wait till Joe gets home, and I will talk to you guys in a little while. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing that. Maybe that was boring, but I don't know, maybe it gives you a little more insight into our life. You didn't think it was boring? Well, at least Riley enjoyed seeing our wedding pictures and seeing how far we have come. All right, so Joseph Buell is home from work. He has a baby straight in his hands. As soon as he walks through the door, I'm like, here you go, here's your child.
Good night.
Good night, see you later. Is he looking more like you these days? I can't tell. Anyway, I was telling them that it was our anniversary. And he just asked like how many years we've been married. 8 years, Joseph.
Well, that's what I thought.
8 years, but we've known each other for 10 or 11. 10? Did we date
11,
for 2 years?
11,
I think we dated for 3 years before we got married. Hi, Cuckoo. So yeah, now Joe is home. We're gonna order some food. Maybe you're gonna probably have to do one of the naps with him. I kind of he's been off the chain today. What is he saying he wants to do? Watch the Paw Patrol movie?
The new one.
The new Paw Patrol movie. You can buy it on Apple TV,
Lord
right?
knows, whenever he wants to do something, she's like, no. And then when she wants to do something, he's like,
Yeah. They're fighting the whole day over what to watch on TV. Excuse you. So yeah, then I have to threaten them with the, if you can't get along, you can't, you know, come to a conclusion that you're both happy with and the TV's turning off.
compromise. We've
Yes.
talked about this word.
We're
Compromise.
learning about compromises, that's for sure. So do you still love me after 8 years?
Very much.
You still happy?
More than I probably did before.
That's what I would say. So
Growing love.
I think it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I'm gonna put the camera away so we can order some food. But thank you guys for being here, spending the day with me. Again, don't know really what I accomplished, but thanks for hanging out.
Are these children alive?
Yes, they are alive. I accomplished something.
You won.
Thank you very much.
Winning.
I'm winning. Yeah, thank you again to Seed for sponsoring today's video. Remember, if you want to check out the DS1 Daily Symbiotic, I'll have the code in the description box, saves you 20% off. But thank you again. I love your faces. I'll see you guys real soon in my next video because I've got a lot of vlogging to do, lots of fun things happening. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys, and that is it. Goodbye.